Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mary, and today's video is going to be my March plan with me. I changed up a few things in my reading journal this month. I've decided to cut out weekly spreads for the month because I have spring break in the middle of the month, and also I find it easier to sort of jot down dates just in a brain dump fashion, so I've left myself space to do that. But if you would like to see how I did my reading journal this month, just keep watching. Okay, so welcome back. We're doing another plan with me. This is the title page for March, and as you can see, I've already sketched out like a vertical calendar this month because I wanted to try something different. But for the theme, I was toying with a couple of different ideas. I found this picture from a map of El Chalten in Argentina, which is like in Patagonia, the mountain range down there. So when I studied abroad, I spent some time in El Chalten and I really enjoyed it. And so I have this map. I thought I had like a bigger picture that would show the mountains better or showcase that better, but I didn't. So I just tore off all the lettering, and I was trying to think of a way to do like a collage-y type theme. So I picked some washi that sort of had a similar color scheme. And this washi is just really pretty floral. I got this at Hobby Lobby, I think, in like a big like package of washi tapes. So I just went ahead and made a border of this, and my scissors were actually in the dishwasher because I had used them to trim vegetables. So I just tried to tear this as best I could, and then I tucked the ends underneath. I've mentioned this in every video that I do like this, but I'm not super artistic. I'm not like a perfectionist with this journal. It's just for fun for me to track my reading. So I don't really mind if there's like folded under bits of tape places. That doesn't bother me. But that's what I'm doing here. And you can see I'm listening to an audiobook as I tuck my head under. Okay, so I'm now trying to sort of decide which mountain range thing I want to be in the background of this. And I do ultimately go with the El Chalten cutout. So I'm, again, ripping the sides a little bit to try to make kind of a like collage-y look. And then I realized that I don't have any glue. So I'm also getting out a pencil to try to sketch. I forgot I did this. I considered sketching a mountain range rather than using the picture. So that's what I'm doing right here. I don't end up using these sketches at all, but you know, I thought maybe I would. So that's why that's there. And then I thought maybe I would utilize this sticker. Again, I don't end up doing that. I wanted to keep all this in though, just so you can see like what my process is actually like, because I don't know what I'm doing with these journals. I really genuinely don't. So I'm trying to figure out the placement of what I want to do with this cutout here. And I used an eraser to hold it down because I realized I don't have any glue. So I'm going to use more of the same washi tape and just go over top of the sides with that same tape to sort of like have it blend in with the background a little bit better. And this actually ended up working fine. Like, it's obviously not perfect and it doesn't perfectly line up, but just the way that this like busy pattern is, I didn't really feel like it needed to. And then I was playing with doing it a couple of different stickers on here, and I decided to just leave it for right now. And I'm just gonna write March over top of that. So actually I kind of ran into an issue when going over March with a marker, in that it faded, like the marker faded kind of fast because the picture is a little glossy. So I wanted it to be darker and more easily visible. So I went over the top of it with like a dark marker in an attempt to like do almost like an ombre effect. And then I decided I didn't like the way that looked. So I went over all of it with that dark marker. But you can see there's still the fading issue happening here. And I'm gonna try to rectify that in a second, but I decided to like color in the background of this. I did not think this read through very well, but I go through with a couple of different markers in an attempt to like amplify the way that like the sky is in that picture, or like replicate it. So I just go over and over them, and as you can see, it looks very bad, but I end up using my gold watercolor paint And I honestly liked the way that looks. So that's, I think, what I'm doing right now. I'm going to go over, you know, the whole thing kind of with gold watercolor. And that really toned down the way that it all looked. And I used one of the sheerer or more sheer paints just to add like a sparkly element. And I end up liking the way that this looks. And then I use a darker gold watercolor to go over the word March, because again, I wanted it to be more visible. It's still not the most visible. This is definitely not my favorite spread that I've ever done, but now I'm continuing to sort of fill in the bottom with a more peachy color that's supposed to be like more earth toned, but staying in the pink color scheme. And then I fill in some of the gaps. Oh, no, I don't. I'm using that same marker to outline the calendar. Again, I'm doing a vertical calendar, so Sunday is at the bottom, and then up through Saturday. I think I saw Books in Lala do this in like years ago, and I saw her like old bullet journal video came up, and I was like, that would be fun to do. So that's what I'm trying this month. I don't know if I'm gonna love it, but again, I'm just trying to figure out what I like. So I'm going back through and patching up some of the like in between spaces with a darker pink color. And then as you saw, yeah, I used this mushroom sticker, and I actually added a second set of mushroom stickers because I thought it looked really cool, but you'll see that in the flip through. So next I'm going to make my TBR spread, and this is where I'm going to utilize that other sticker that I had because I wanted to use it, and I don't know when I'm ever going to use like a mountain theme again. So I just write TBR over top of the sticker. Again, I wish I did not do this. I wish I had space above the sticker to write TBR and had used the sticker maybe at the bottom of the page or something else, but that it is what it is. We live and we learn. And then I decided, yeah, I don't know why. I also messed up by using a pen to color in the word stats because I decided I wanted to actually write reading stats over the top. I tried to cover it up with white gel pen later, but I decided I didn't like having all my reading stats on the same page. Like I tried to combine 2 months and it just didn't work for me very well. So now I am making a reading stat spread, but I'm making it smaller. So I'm using all of the spreads or all of the stats that I tracked in January, but instead of doing a 2-page spread, since I'm only going to use it for 1 month, I'm just doing a 1-page spread to save some space. And I'm just using a purple gel pen here and that same peach marker that I used for the calendar to underline it. Again, the stats that I track are the format that I read in, the reading I give a book, the status, whether it's owned, new, or from the library, the demographic, the publication date, the genre, and then I track some author stats. So I track the race of the authors I read from, the gender, and also their country of origin. And here's where I'm going back over the stats, that word that I wrote in pen with a white gel pen. This trick does not work as well with the white gel pens that I have, but at some point I will buy white out to like really rectify the decisions that I make. So last but not least, I went in with a quote page, and I wanted to just draw a stack of books here because I picked out a quote about reading this month. So that's what I did. I Googled stack of books, I'm pretty sure, and that's how I figured out this drawing. So as you can see, it was already sketched in, so I'm not looking at a reference right here, but I just wanted a little book stack, and I might like fill in this book stack. I end up leaving it blank for now, but I think I might fill it in with things that I read this month. I think that would be fun. And then obviously it won't be everything that I read because I usually read more than 5 books, but it is what it is. So now I am figuring out the exact quote that I want to use, and I'm sketching it in pencil because I always make the mistake of not sketching things in pencil and then running out of room. And even when I go over this with a pen, I sort of change the spacing a little bit because you can see I messed up the name. So it says, "A reader lives 1,000 lives before she dies." And that's a George R.R. Martin quote. And it's actually "a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies," but I'm a girl, so I changed it to she, just for like my purposes. And again, I use this pink marker, and then I use my gold gel pen to highlight some words. And that's actually it. Time for the flip through. So this is the front page and the calendar. There's my TBR spread and my reading stats. And finally, we have a book stack. So that's all the spreads that I did this month. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to give it a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you would like to, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!